but I can tell you why the big turn happened for both of those characters. Which is the why Jake doesn't go to Starfleet and why Nog does. Which is I'm an Army brat. My dad was a Green Beret, and when I was like 13 or 14 years old, I got letters from the military academies saying, like, you know, keep us updated on your grades, contact your senator, you know, you should be coming to the military academies, basically. And I didn't want to do it. My dad was messed up, man. He did 2 tours of duty in Vietnam. He had demons, and I didn't want to live that life. And so that is the reason that Jake doesn't go to Starfleet, and wants to be a writer, because it's a little bit of me stealing my own story. And yeah, and Ron had a similar story. Like, Ron was like I think ROTC and stuff, and he also eventually bailed on the idea of being in the military. So there was some from both of us of having had the dads who went through it, and we just thought that could be an interesting story to tell for Jake, because I think a lot of the audience expected Jake to become Starfleet. And the conversation that we had as writers was like, if that's what the audience expects, that's not what should happen. If anyone should become a Starfleet officer, it should be Nog, man, because they'll never see that coming. And that was why we did that, why we subverted expectation. And I think it worked really well. I hope you guys enjoyed doing it and playing it. But we just thought it was interesting to see the Starfleet brat who wants to do something else. And why? Well, God, when this kid was 10 years old, his mom died, like in the same room as him during a Starfleet battle. I mean, this guy's seen nothing but war and craziness for his whole youth. Why would he want more of that? You know? I mean, so we always thought that was an interesting way to go for Jake. And it led to some beautiful episodes. And it led to some great episodes for Nog too. The other way around, this kid who it's the immigrant experience for Nog, right? It's the kid who's an immigrant, maybe an illegal immigrant, and joins the army, which is a story that I've seen a million. You know, you see sometimes these kids that, you know, want to get citizenship, want to be part of the country that they're living in. And so that was the story. Anyway, that I don't have an untold story, but I have a backstory to a told story.
Well, I had no idea about Jake having that personal tie to you. And that's pretty interesting to know. I mean, it just informs me that much more. But also the story about, Nog, I mean, I think it meant a lot to him. And you mentioned the fact that, your dad was messed up off of 2 tours, and he was, and there were some of those elements that you added into the script with the PTSD and these kinds of things.
Yeah, I wasn't there for some of the end stuff, like some of that end run, because I was only there for the first 5 seasons. But I think, we always intended it was never going to be a parade of roses for Nog to go down that path. We always thought it should be challenging and difficult for him. But we always also thought he was destined for greatness in Starfleet. And so we just thought that was a really, an interesting path for that character. And I love that, like, Star Trek Online, like, Captain Nog is still there. Yeah. Giving missions to people. I think that there's something really sweet about that.
I do too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I can you read Absalom in that game? Can you find Jake's novel somewhere? Because that'd be fun too.
Yeah, I don't know the answer to that.
I don't know either. But I like that he has that immortality, or at least as long as that game goes. The life of an MMORPG is not infinite, but at least as long as it goes, he'll be there. That's pretty cool.